Cooking with the Crowders.
Where cooking brings the crowd.
Let's get it.
Cooking with the Crowders, we are cooking with the Crowders, where the cooking always brings the crowd. Cooking with the Crowders, we are Crowders, cooking with the Crowders. Cooking with the Crowders, we are cooking with the Crowders.
As we get ready, the crowd starts coming on in.
Hi, my name is KJ. Daddy, let's eat. I did it, Daddy.
Hey everybody, it's Ken and Glenetta.
Yeah, cooking with the Crowders, and it's couples night tonight. We have a special couple in the house with us. We've got Eric and Mylisha, who've been dating.
Yeah, they've been dating through the pandemic.
Ooh, I don't want to be that, but they're dating. Guys are being creative. And tonight, their date's in our kitchen. So we're going to be cooking up in the kitchen some of our favorite choices of theirs that they love. And babe, why don't you tell them what we're cooking on tonight?
So on tonight, we're going to do some baked salmon. We're going to do some asparagus and also my wife's famous spaghetti.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so we're going to be cooking that up tonight. So we've kind of like divvied up the jobs from the women to the men. And so I'm going to be working with Mylisha, and Babe's working with Eric.
Yeah.
So first things first, we start with our sauce. Ladies, we know how important the sauce is. The sauce is the sauce of the relationship. So Mylisha's cooking up that sauce, and she's building up in layers. Now, it's date night tonight, so I don't want anyone saying, hey, what happened to grandma style? Granny style is for cooking in the slow cooker. That's for Thanksgiving and holiday parties and stuff. This is date night. You don't want to be in the kitchen all night,
Right.
cooking.
You want to be in the kitchen cooking.
Right. So, you guys, I encourage Mylisha, hey, don't hurt yourself. Go to the store, get 2 large containers of Prego. Prego is my preferred choice of your spaghetti sauce, but we can make it from scratch later on, and that's another show. And so Mylisha is putting it into a very large, tall pot. And after that, we did ask the couple their preferences. And so they don't like a soupy spaghetti. They like one that kind of sticks to the noodle. So we're adding on today about an 8-ounce or 12-ounce can of tomato paste. The reason for tomato paste is also for flavoring, but more than likely it is to thicken your sauce. And so being very careful. We don't want any...
We like it thick.
We're getting her to get it out. It's a very dense substance, so she's using a butter knife, and she's getting all out there. That's going to take a while. So, babe, why don't you go ahead and take over, and what the men doing?
All right, so right now what I have Eric doing is actually getting our sausages ready for the spaghetti. So we buy just regular Italian sausages. We usually get the mild. However, if you like it a little bit more spicy, caliente, you can go ahead and get the hot Italian sausage. And yeah, you can buy the big meatballs and all that stuff, but this is fun and a lot easier at the same time.
Sure.
You'll just break those up, take it out the sleeve, put it in a skillet on a slow cook for the most part, because you don't want to have it ready too soon, and you also want to make sure that it's done.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. He's going to fill this whole pan up here. Some of these chunks are a little big.
It's a first timer.
So we'll go back in and we'll kind of, break those down a little bit for him too.
Babe, why don't you tell our crowd of peas, our viewers, the technique about the meatballs in the pan and how they're arranged.
So we want them, spread evenly. They're going to, kind of round out themselves a little bit as you cook them. We kind of, like I said, we do it the slow cook. And then when we get a little bit closer, we'll turn the heat up a little bit and go ahead and brown them real good and whatnot, and then throw them into the sauce.
That's right. We fill that pan up, you guys. That's why he strategically, like playing chess, put them all over that pan. He's going to fill it out.
Yeah.
All right, so I think Mylisha's got all of that chunky tomato paste out. She's going to grab this stirring spoon. We prefer, you guys, not metal spoons when you're making sauces, but either a wooden spoon or a plastic spoon.
And we chose plastic.
Yeah, we chose plastic. It's a long stirring spoon. And she's going to stir that in, and then we're going to get right to our seasonings. Now, we build in flavors, so we've combined all our flavors together. And after that, while this is cooking, now the sauce will cook the entire time. we'll taste on later on. But you guys can see the seasonings there. I've got some garlic powder, some onion powder. I've got some fennel seeds, some oregano, some sweet basil, as well as some parsley, Himalayan salt, black pepper. And we add that on in there. As well as one, it's not a secret ingredient, but a lot of people when they're making their spaghettis have all that savory, bitter herbs. You want to kind of chill it off with a little bit of sweetener. And so what I do, you guys, to marry those flavors together, I actually use dark brown sugar. People do use cane sugar,
Want
but
some of your brown sugar?
that's right. We use dark brown sugar.
Yes, I know
for
how to
that.
sing it.
And so we married those in together. And so cooking, you guys, now I've raised the temperature from a little bit over low. Now I've raised up to medium to kind of marry. But we don't cook anything fast. Anything fast is not good in the kitchen for us.
All right. And so we're working on it. So right now I'm going back and I'm telling the young blood here how to go ahead and break those sausages down, because you don't want to, have to stretch your whole mouth out just to eat one of your meatballs.
That's true.
You want it in bite-sized pieces and whatnot.
Yeah,
so I'm just
like
taking the spatula and just breaking them apart a little bit, and they're still gonna round up and whatnot. But it was so many of them.
Big marshmallow.
Yeah. So you don't want to be chewing on that, man.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And they're a pretty cute couple. I like them a lot.
Yeah, good kids.
They work well together. I think it's quite a thing to be doing this. And they had a great idea of coming to the house and having this meal. So I think it's going to work out really, really good.
Yeah.
I mean, good conversation over some good food any day. Quarantine me anytime.
So yeah, like I said, I'm just kind of pulling them apart a little bit. I'm just using 2 spatulas. I had them flipping them with me as well once they started to work, so I gave him a spatula.
So
That's
what you're saying,
symbolic right
what
there.
you're saying is you usually don't use 2 spatulas to
No.
cook with.
No.
You do some edits. I get
Right.
it. That's nice. Okay, I guess we're moving on now to the next part, which is, you guys, the protein. The protein for tonight is salmon.
That butter.
Yeah, so Mylisha is taking this butter as our base. I use butter, you guys, for basings on some of my meats, just to evenly spread out our seasonings. And so the seasonings that we're adding on here, this is actually going to be, you guys, my, sweet and spicy salmon. It is the seasonings of your Himalayan salt again, black pepper. I have a seafood seasoning, as well as I've added in, there is a Creole seasoning. And then to also add again, it goes with the moment on tonight. The theme is dark brown sugar. And it's a little bit more on this one than the spaghetti, because you actually want to taste the sweetness with this. Mylisha is taking it now, and she's kind of getting it into that flesh. You want those flavors into that flesh.
That's all we want them in. We don't want them in their flesh.
So we're getting we're packing in, you guys, that dry rub into there, getting that really good. And you guys, I want to let you guys know too, my preference, every time I cook fish, I prefer it, you guys, to be fresh. Nothing against the frozen. I understand meal prep, but when I want to cook everybody, it's got to be fresh. Fresh all the way. I'm taking down our lemon. Everyone loves a good little twang on their seafood, and no better way to use than lemon on your seafood. So I'm going to give Mylisha a couple of those rounds of lemons, and she's going to squeeze that lemon juice and then also cook them on top. We're going to leave them there on top. After putting those lemons on there and getting them all, spread out evenly all over, so every bit has the same flavoring. I hate to have, a meal or a protein and the flavoring it's different throughout the meat. So we have to keep everything the same. Consistent, everybody, is key. Just going to add a little bit of pizzazz at the top. Lemon zest is what we have. So I've got my lemon zester peel. And we're just getting some lemon zest. We're going to sprinkle it on
invest in
top.
one of those things, man.
Yeah.
It works wonders.
Even though I'm going to have a hard time, you guys will see in a moment, actually taking off, because my hands are filled with lemon juice. And so it is so slippery. But I'll get it out. I'll get it out there. And then we're going to put this actually in the oven. The oven is already preheated to about 360. I'm going to start it at 360 and maybe work it up to about 385. Now, tonight is date night, so everything goes in the oven. But if it were us cooking,
Yo, yeah.
You know where this would go, babe, right?
Yeah, it go out on the smoke.
That's right. We have preferences, and you know. Now, see, dating for life, marriage is different. You know, they're dating just for tonight, so we gotta be quick.
I mean, they're not dating just for tonight.
I mean, you know what
They
I'm
got a
saying.
plan.
But you know, with us, we take our
yeah.
time. You
Yeah.
know, because we have a lifetime together, so we've got time. Yeah, we got that lemon zest on top. Looking good.
Well, right now I sent Eric out to wash his hands because he's handling me. I'm just using the utensils. And what we're doing now, we're getting ready to round out the sausages. We're actually going to add that over into the sauce in just a moment. And then what we're going to do is work on some ground beef because we got to have the beef in it as well. So we'll have beef as well as Italian sausage in the spaghetti.
So it's the Italian American.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I can also do Italian, you know. So yeah, that ground beef does bring a little American side to it.
Oh yeah.
All right, I think we got that plank on there. Moving on. Asparagus. That's right, everybody. Because when you come to the Crowders, yes, you are going to eat green foods. My son does not like green foods. He said they're disgusting.
They're disgusting.
But I'm going to always cook them, all right? I'm going to change his heart one day. So what we've got tonight, asparagus, everybody. We've got asparagus, and my Leisha is cutting off the back ends of them. Again, these are preferences. We asked our couple on tonight everything that they wanted, and we made those adjustments. And so they wanted the long stem asparagus. I know some people like them, you know, cut into pieces, but they wanted the long stems. That's fine with us. Now with asparagus, I actually start them in the oven and then let them finish off on the grill because we like that crispy taste. But we didn't want to wait too long. Sometimes based on, what are you doing?
I think my secret's out. You saw me grab something there. So actually, I don't do seafood, so
That's
I had a
right.
little jerk smoked chicken going on out there on the smoker.
That's
Sorry.
right. Welcome to the Crowders. If there's
But
ever,
it wasn't really on the menu.
Yeah,
so,
if there's ever seafood in the house, know that there's going to be another protein.
Oh, yeah.
Babe can't have seafood, you guys. He's actually allergic to it. I've tested it. He really is allergic.
She tried to take me out, man.
Oh, my God. But, yeah, Alicia, she's finishing up. She's cut up those back ends, getting all together. And so I've got next, everybody, going to get those rinsed off. We're going to rinse those off. We've actually taken them out of the rubber band packaging, but we haven't rinsed them off yet. And so once she gets those rinsed off, we'll put them, you guys, into a glass dish, adding our seasonings with that and getting them into the oven. As I was saying, you guys, vegetable does take, you know, a good time to cook, especially the way that you want your texture. Some people like them soft. Some people like them crisp. And so we want to make them just right for the couple. So you can have a, you know, good
Hey,
night
what is she
tonight.
thinking right now?
She's thinking like, we have to do this every night. Every night.
Oh, she's grabbing a knife. Oh, no.
She's
Nah,
like,
she's good. She's good.
Oh, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. We'll make sure we'll help her to know how to get that in the kitchen and get out. Got to be smart in there. And so again, you guys, you see the Crowders. We are very sticklers for, you know, putting things in the right place. So from the Italian sausage in the pan, making sure that they're all aligned around and not just throwing them in there. I've got my Leisha putting them carefully into the glass dish for the purposes, you guys, and there's always a, you know, madness to our method. It's that when you get the seasonings on there, you want it evenly distributed. I am not one who likes to have, you know, seasoning on a little bit part of your food. It has to go everywhere. So take the time, you guys. Don't just throw that food in there. Take some time. Take some effort. Okay? Do it right. I'm topping it off, you guys, with some mushrooms. Oh, because all of us in the kitchen except one, we won't name any names, does not prefer mushrooms, but that's okay. They won't be eating those asparagus. But all the other asparagus lovers, we love the mushrooms. So I'm capping off with some mushrooms, a little bit of olive oil throughout the entire. And then my Leisha's got ahead. She's taking some
Butter squares.
Butter squares, that's right. Get through all there because I'm going to put some seasoning on top at the very end. Well, I think my Leisha's got that part. I'm doing the mushrooms. It's my part. And she's sprinkling over there. And babe, what are you guys doing in the back? Because we're just about finished up.
So we're still browning up the the ground beef, and we're getting ready to go ahead and get that added over into this the sauce, so it'll be ready. And then in just a few minutes, we'll go ahead and take the noodles, and we actually put the noodles into the sauce instead of keeping it separated.
Nice, nice, nice. All right, looks like we're wrapping it up with the foil, get into the oven. And I think, babe, we should be finished.
It should be just about a wrap for us.
Ooh.
Literally, that's a wrap.
Ooh.
And we are finished. So here's the final presentation of everything. You definitely have to have a salad.
Yeah.
You know, just grab your good stuff.
Ooh.
We have the salmon there. We have the asparagus.
Dinner rolls.
Yeah, dinner rolls. Yes, Lord. Hawaiian dinner rolls with a little butter on top. And then we have our spaghetti. And we're ready to dine.
Well, it's been great with you guys. Couple night with the Crowders. Looks good. See you guys later.